Okay, so now you've printed your PODD book, and the next thing you need to do is to cut the tabs. Unfortunately, I have not found an easy way around this. You're going to need to take some scissors and cut each tab. Like so. Okay, once you have all your tabs cut, then you're going to need to hole punch all the pages. I like to use spiral. It's more durable, easier to turn the pages. Do the entire book. Now we're going to make the stand, and to make the stand I'm going to use Coroplast. It's a lightweight material, very durable. The one thing you want to make sure you do is that you cut it so that the lines here are going vertical for your book, in which way it's going to stand. If you do it the other way, it's likely to bend and not be as strong. So here I've already cut one piece in half. One piece will make covers for 2 books, and now I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I'm going to use a box cutter. And there you have pieces for the stand. So the next thing we're going to need to do is to punch holes in them. Okay, now we're going to hole punch our cover. Put one piece at a time. Okay, now we're going to hole punch our cover. So you take one piece, put in your hole punch. We usually go a few times to make sure it gets through all of it. Okay, now we're going to put together our stand. I like to use premium grip liner, and I'm going to take about 8 inches or so. Okay, now that I have that, got my 2 pieces for the cover of Coroplast. I'm going to place our grip liner on here. And I don't use duct tape, I actually use gaffer's tape. I prefer it, it's non-reflective. And if I make a mistake, it's a little bit easier to deal with. Okay, and I usually have about an inch or so. And I don't put the tape over the whole edge here because I want the liner to be on the bottom of the coroplast. So I place it just above. For durability, sometimes I put an extra piece on the inside. Okay, and then I'm just going to do the same thing with the other piece. All right, and now you can see how my stand is going to work. And I've kept the grip liner so it's on the bottom of the coroplast, so that'll help when the book is standing. And now I need to put the pages together with the stand. Okay, and now we're going to need to get the spiral through the book. I like to use these little twist ties to hold the book together. Just makes it easier to put the spiral through. I actually do the spiral by hand. I've already got this one started. And then as I get further along in the book, I'll remove those twist ties. This particular book, I've also added a clear plastic cover, just so that when it's traveling in a backpack, it protects the front pages of the book. Okay, and you're just going to do that until you get the spiral all the way through. Okay, so getting near the end, take out the last little twist tie. Once it lines up, spiral should be pretty easy to put in. Okay, so now we've got the spiral all the way through. Stand our book up. Okay, and now with the ends, I do have a crimper, but I find that it does not do enough to keep the book together when you're using it. I am still going to crimp the ends. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some moldable plastic to the ends here to add almost like a little bead at the end to keep the book from unraveling. Okay, so now we're going to add some moldable plastic to the ends of the spiral. I use this polydough. Not going to need very much. Okay, and I've already gotten some boiling water. Pour that in. Given whichever kind you've gotten, it's going to take a few seconds up to a minute. Just going to need a little bit. It's kind of like gum. And then I'm just going to make sort of a bead on the end here, larger than the holes, so that the spiral will not be able to come out. Good. And there you have it. Okay, now we have our book on our stand. Spiral's good. These have now hardened. And we're gonna make our strap. And so I use PVC pipe, which I've already cut with PVC pipe cutters. And I cut it just beyond the length of the spiral. For the sake of this book, I'm going to go ahead and cover it with duct tape, just so I can see which book it is. I often get a number of books for sites, so sometimes I'll do this differently, so each teacher knows which book is theirs. Okay, so now I've got my colorful duct tape. There's that. And then next, we're going to need some end caps. And what we're going to do is we're going to drill a couple holes in here so that we can put in some screws to hold the strap on the ends. Okay, so I have this little desk vise here. Got my end cap. I'm going to use some of this shelf liner just to hold it in place. And then I'm just going to drill a hole right in the middle. And then do the other one. Okay, now that we have the hole there, I like to use a guitar strap. That way it's adjustable for people and it's pretty comfortable, very durable. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of my screws, put it through, There, have one done. Okay, now we're going to do the other one. Okay, so now I have the strap on both end caps. Got my book here. I'll go ahead and put this through one, nice and tight. Put that through there. And there you have it.